You can have the most beautiful looking brand design and still not have a successful business. And the reason is that you're not embodying the right identity. So in this episode, I want to talk with you about which identity you need to embody, how to make the identity shift, and how to manifest success, money, and everything else that you want.
There's a version of your brand that doesn't need to be pushed. It pulls. I'm Judith K. Ritz, founder of the Spirit Brand Academy, and this is the Magnetic Brand Podcast. Every week, we go deep on what actually makes a brand magnetic through human design, astrology, and archetypes. In solo episodes and real conversations with women who've built something that feels like them. Let's get into it.
So in order to run a successful business, it takes a lot of different things. It takes stamina, endurance, focus, joy, expertise, investing in yourself, having companionship, having support, and a lot of other different things. Mindset, of course, as well. But there's one thing that is like the root of your success, and that is your identity. And this week, I have given myself a little bit time off from social media, from Instagram, because there's so much noise outside at the moment. And I really felt like I get lost a little bit in all the noise. And I consciously wanted to give myself some time to reconnect with myself, to really feel like, now, who am I? And what is it actually that I want to do, that I want to focus on, that I want to share on social media, and who do I want to speak to? So really reconnecting with my identity. The thing is, when it comes to identity, there are a lot of different identities that we actually embody in our life. So for example, at the same moment, I am also a mother, I am a daughter, I am a partner, I am a friend, I am myself, and then I am a business owner, or I'm an athlete. So, and when it comes to your business, when it comes to your success, you need to embody the identity of a successful business owner if you want to run a successful business. If your business, for example, is network marketing, then you need to be a successful networker, a successful network marketer, or also a successful business owner. If you really want to focus on your health and your sports area, your health, your wellness, that you look good, feel good, eat healthy, that you practice, work out, you become, or you need to embody the identity of an athlete. And when you embody a certain identity, with the identity comes certain actions. And then we also have the difference between discipline and devotion. So when you really decided, okay, I am a successful business owner, then it will be so much easier for you to step into the actions that you need because you're devoted to your business and not just disciplined because okay, these are the tasks X, Y, Z that I need to do. But when you do it from this place of, I really embody this, I am successful, and I'm devoted to my success, then this is a whole energetic shift and not like you're forcing yourself into something that you're doing because you think that's what I need to do. Now we can also go much deeper than just saying, I am a successful business owner. Because when you're building your business and when you're putting yourself out there, then of course you want to do it authentically. And especially now in the age of AI, you want to be authentic because people want humans, people want the real you. But then it can be quite difficult to know, okay, but who am I? Because as I said, it's very noisy out there and you can get lost. And also we know ourselves with so many different layers and so many different identities, as I said before, that it's super difficult also to know like, okay, but what makes me special? What separates me from everybody else who's doing the same thing? And why should people come to me and work with me? Why should they choose me? And with what identity or with what brand identity, when we come back to brand identity now, with what brand identity do I want to show up? And in order to discover yourself, I work with the tools human design, astrology, and archetypes. So that means these tools really help you to get to know yourself on a much more conscious level, to really find out not only how you're designed to move through the world and make decisions, but also like what are your innate talents and strengths? What is super dominant inside of you that for you it feels so natural that you don't even recognize it, that this is something special about you, but other people see it from outside. And it really helps you to understand what makes you special, what makes you unique, and what is the way for you to show up so that you are really truly authentic and that you are showing up in alignment with how you're designed, with the energy that you radiate, and also that it feels easy and effortless for you. So, for example, my visual brand identity is the explorer archetype. And it's not by accident, because the explorer archetype fits really well to my astrology, to my house 9 especially, where my sun is in my astrology chart, because house 9 is all about journeys, spiritual journeys, knowledge journeys, wisdom, but also really traveling. So I can really call it like soul journeys as well. And that's why the explorer archetype fits really well. So it's not a costume that I put on, but it really comes from inside of me. With the explorer archetype, I found the right archetype that visually shows who I am. And when we come back now, why is it so important that you embody the right identity, that you embody the identity of the successful business owner? It's because then you are certain about your role, about your identity. And when you are certain with yourself and with your role, your identity, you're also certain in your actions and not confused anymore. And everything starts with a decision. So the decision is the thing that comes first. And the decision is like drawing a line in the sand. And from there on, you're like, okay, now I'm stepping into my new identity. I'm stepping into the identity of the successful business owner. It's not anymore that I'm like, okay, I will start my business and I will try. I will try what happens. Let's see. Let's see if I get clients. No, this is not the identity of a successful business owner. And now we also come to the part of how do you manifest? How do you manifest success? How do you manifest money? How do you manifest anything else that you want in your life? Maybe also the perfect partner that you wish for. And after you decided which identity you want to embody and with which identity you want to show up, come your orders. So I'm sure you've heard that already, that you can order what you want from the universe, because the universe and everything that you have in your life is a reflection of yourself, is an extension of yourself, an extension of your identity, an extension of or a reflection of your actions. So when you know exactly what you want and you're telling the universe, okay, I want to have a 20K cash month in July. Then you know, okay, what are the things that I need to do? And you don't need to know how the hell am I going to make 20K? You don't have to have the plan completely perfectly. You don't need to know how. You just need to take the action. So you need to think of, okay, what do I need to do in order to make 20K? And in order to make more money, you should see it in a way like, okay, I need to serve more people. And when I serve more people, I make more money. So switch your focus also to serving other people. And then think about, okay, what are the things that I can do? Yes, I can do my social media posts. I can do live streams. I can host a workshop. I can host a challenge. I can send emails to my list. I can talk to people that are close to me. I can do collaborations to be seen, to expand my reach, to reach new followers, new potential clients. I can record podcast episodes. I can go on other people's podcasts. So really think of what are all the things that you could do in order to expand your reach, in order to reach more people, and in order to serve more people. And then the money is something that follows. But when you are not certain, when you're confused, and when you're doubting, because you said like, okay, I will see what happens. I'm starting my business now and let's see what happens. Or you're not really certain in the identity that you embody and you are looking for proof from the outside and you kind of want to control the outcome and you're posting something on Instagram and then like 20 minutes later, you're checking, okay, how many people have seen it already? How many likes do I have? How many comments do I have? This is like controlling, and this is like the opposite of ease and of certainty. So when you post from the energy of, okay, I'm putting this out there because I really feel it. It's not just some random content that you're putting out there that you generate from ChatGPT or Claude, but content that really comes from your soul because you feel like, I need to share this. I really want to share this. Then it also lands. It lands differently than if you just putting out content for the sake of putting out content. And of course, it's different for everybody because business and marketing and branding is not one size fits all. So in my case, for example, I am actually not designed to post every day because I'm emotionally defined. I have gate 12 on my human design sun gate in my personality sun. So that is the gate of portion. That is the gate that knows the right timing. When is the time to say something? And when do I have the emotional clarity to speak up and to share something? And when I come and post from this place of this emotional clarity and I share something, then it lands differently as if I just put out content for the sake of putting out content. And because I have a content calendar and it says like, okay, today is Monday and I need to post a topic about how to run your business as a manifesting generator. But actually, I don't really feel this. Of course, I could post about that, but it's not really something that I really love to share. And it looks differently for you because you have a different human design, you have a different astrology, you have different things that you need to share, you have a different message that you need to share, your magnetism works differently, your sun gate energy is differently, so that means your brand energy is differently, and therefore you need to post differently, you need to show up differently. But once you figure out how does it work for you, then you can really step into this alignment, and then you can also feel and you can trust and you can be certain that you are building your business, you're showing up in your marketing in alignment with your energy, with how you are designed to show up. And you don't need to question the things that you're putting out there, and you don't need to question your orders at the universe. And then the other thing is also you need to have like a dominant thought. So, for example, you have put your head around the 20K cash month in July. So then have this dominant thought, okay, it's 20K July. It's 20K July. I'm going to make 20K in July. And as soon as a doubt pops up, you can just focus again on it's 20K July. So have this one dominant thought. And I want to give you 3 examples where I manifested success and money already like this. And I really want to share this with you because these are very practical examples. So the first time that I really realized my manifestation power was back in 2005. When I was still a professional athlete, I was running 100-meter hurdles at that time. And during the winter season and the indoor season, it's 60-meter hurdles. So, and when the winter season, 2005, started in October 2004. So, you train for like 3 months and then in January, the competition started. And during all these preparation months, my dominant thought was, I want to qualify for the European Indoor Championships in Madrid. And every day when I went to practicing, I had this dominant thought. I want to go to Madrid. I want to go to European Championships. So everything that I did was focused on that. And then the competition started. I ran new personal best. The qualification time actually was 8.10 seconds that I had to run. And the main qualification or the last qualification event is the German championships. So, and I ran during the whole winter season, I ran like 8:19, 8:18, I think 8:15 even, but in this range between 8:15 and 8:20, very consistently. And then was the German championships. I became third and I ran 8:14. So 8.14 seconds. So I did not hit the qualification time, but still the German Track and Field Federation qualified me, or they approved me. And they said like, okay, we saw Judith was so consistent with her time, with her performance. We are sure the next jump will come soon. So we will take her to Madrid. And I was like, yes, amazing. It worked out. Like all the focus, all the dominant thought that I had, I'm going to go to Madrid. It worked out. And then the week after, we had another international indoor meeting in Germany. And there I ran 8.10. So there actually I hit the qualification time. And so like this, I could show to the German Federation, look, yes, thank you that you proved and that you're going to take me with you to Madrid. And voila, here's the time that I needed to run. So, but the thing was then on this day, actually, I started to get sick. I started to get a cold and also a little bit of fever. So that was also the reason why I could perform my best on that day, because my body was so activated because it was fighting already against the virus. So, and then the following days I got really sick. So I had a cold for the whole week, and the European Championships was the weekend after. So we went to Madrid, and there actually I was weak. I felt weak. I was lacking energy because I was sick all the week before. And there I made it to the semifinals. I became 10th, and I think I ran 8.24 seconds or 8:20. I can't remember exactly, but it was far away from what I ran a week before. So 1/10 of a second slower. And then I realized, shit, I manifested the wrong thing. I should have manifested that I would be in the final of the European Championships. But at that time, that would have been the next level. And I was already happy. So actually for me, for my performance, the next level was to qualify for the European Championships because that was my first adult international competition. So that's why I was focused on qualifying for the European Championships and not reaching the final. That would have been the next step. But this was something I learned. It was like, wow, this is amazing. I can really manifest what I want. The second time was 2011 in St. Moritz in Switzerland when I did bobsledding. And before the European Cup week in St. Moritz, I already went there the week before to practice the track. And all the days I could feel like every day I'm getting better. And on the last day of this training camp, I remember I said to my pushwoman, we're going to win this thing next week. And I said it with a kind of humor, a little bit witty, but still deep inside of me, I felt like I really want to win this thing next week. I'm going to win this thing. It was for me like so kind of out of reach and nobody knew me. And it was really fun for me to say this and to go for that. And I really believed in us that we can do this. And then came the week of the European Cup there, the training. And also like every day I got better again. And that was the day after competition. And then we won. And we won with almost 1 second ahead of the second team. And if you know a little bit about bobsleigh, 1 second in bobsleigh is a world. Normally, you are like some hundreds of seconds apart from each other. And we were 1 second ahead. So this was the most beautiful, amazing, surprising success of my entire sports career. And I always love looking back to that. And that was a second example where it really showed me when you have this dominant thought and you have the focus and you really feel it with every cell of your body and you go in after your goal with every cell of your body, with everything that you do, and you're completely certain and you're trusting, then you can make it. You will make it. And the third example is about money. So this was in 2016. I wanted to invest in something and I needed $1,444. And when I decided I want to join this thing, I want to invest, I had no money. I didn't know, well, where should I get the money from? I know I want to join this thing, but I don't know where to get the money from. So I got creative and I also started to do what it takes to get this money together. So I started to ask around. And I remember 2 sources that I got money from was my best friend back in Munich. She was also my bridesmaid. And she lent me 500 euro. And then I remember even I got 300 euro from the Catholic Church in our area. And the rest, I can't remember anymore where I got this from. And that was the amazing thing. It only took me 4 days to manifest this money. After 4 days of deciding this, I had $1,444 together and I could join the thing and go into this journey. So these are 3 examples and I really hope they inspire you and they give you confidence that it really works. So I really want you to make this decision to step into the identity that you need to embody in order to get what you want. And then be creative and put in the actions that you need to take in order to reach your goal. And all the time, focus on your main dominant thought. What is it that you want? Is it 20K cash July? Is it losing 10 kilos? Is it I want to learn how to surf or I really want to learn Spanish? Whatever it is, focus on your main thought. And one last little thing that I want to share with you, one last exercise that you can do that also helps you is visualization. And you can do it, for example, when you meditate. So when you meditate, then visualize what does it look like when you hit the 20K cash July. What would you do? Would you go out on a dinner with your partner or your whole family? Take your kids with you? Would you go on a weekend trip to celebrate? Would you invite your friends? Their friends come over with a bottle of champagne and you would celebrate. Would you give yourself a massage? Or would you go to the nail studio and have your nails done? Or go to the spa and maybe get a facial treatment. So really visualize what would you do and what would it feel like to reach your goal, to reach your 20K cash July or whatever your goal is. Visualize it. And the best also works when you do it in the night. So either when you meditate or when you lie in bed and before you go to sleep, take 5 to 10 minutes and really go into visualization and into feeling. What does it feel like? What kind of emotions come up? Are you smiling or even are tears coming, tears of joy? So to really embody this feeling, embody these emotions and see yourself in front of your inner eye when you reach this success, when you reached your goal, when you reached the money goal. So if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. And leaving a 5-star review means that more people find the show. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.